Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Get the Sense 92. Give you guys the latest and exclusive content on new music, entertainment news, and inspirational quotes. The Queen is back. Alright guys, so I've been wanting to cover this story, this topic. It's been a long time coming. Finally. And listen, brace yourselves, I will be honest and be blunt, because I feel like when it comes to certain things, it's like people have to take accountability of their actions. And no, this is not going to be me bashing anyone. I'm not going to drag people so hard. We're all human beings. But this situation is interesting in how it turned out, especially in music. So recently, Janet Jackson, congratulations to the Queen of Pop. She celebrates recently Control went number one after 35 years on the Billboard charts. The song Control has went number one. Also, Britney Spears. I love Britney Spears. We gotta free Britney, justice for Britney Spears. But this is so amazing and interesting at the same time because Justin Timberlake. Now listen, I swear I'm not gonna go in on this man. I'm not going to do it. Justin Timberlake has always been a talented artist. But there's some things about Justin Timberlake, by his behavior, by his actions, and his personality. I don't know the man. Now, I do like some of his songs. Okay? I like some of his hit records. I love his music. Some of his music is really good. He has made good music. He has made a contribution in R&B, hip-hop, pop music, dance music. But when it came down to the Super Bowl back in 2004 with Janet Jackson, and we all know what happened, right? We all know what happened. The end of the show, that he had ripped off a piece of her clothing and exposed her breast on national television. Okay. Janet Jackson unfortunately got blacklisted for no damn reason. She should have never gotten blacklisted. What Justin Timberlake should have done was say, Janet Jackson, we both will take accountability of our actions. It wasn't intended like that. Something was about to happen, so leave to the imagination. But unfortunately, her breast got exposed. And she had to catch all this hell for all these years. She got banned from radio. She pissed people off. She pissed the media off. People were hating on this woman and making it seem like she killed somebody or she stole from somebody. And Janet Jackson is one of my favorite artists of all time, period. Guys, check out my Janet Jackson painting I did. It's on my YouTube channel, and check on my Instagram page. It's Get the Sense 92 parentheses Get the Sense _92. You'll scroll down, you'll see my Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation 1814 painting. Because Justin Timberlake, at the time, he was experimenting with the sound, his music. He came from the, popular boy band NSYNC. They made good music, then the solo careers. So, like I said, his influence was R&B, pop, dance music, of course. And like I said, I never had this, I had never had an issue with any artist to make any kind of music they want to make. That's not it. The issue with Justin Timberlake, it seemed like he got so arrogant, he got cocky, he got full of himself. His personality is really, to me, he seemed like a spoiled brat. He came across like a spoiled brat, like no one can't tell him anything. But then that situation with Janet Jackson, how she had to defend herself, her name, her reputation, people going in on her. He stayed silent. He didn't say anything. He didn't defend her, not nor his team. So both him and his team failed to take initiative and take accountability for their part as well. I mean, really, it wasn't people just trying to make a big deal out of nothing. As if people haven't seen skin before. You know what I'm saying? But the way how Justin Timberlake was able to soar and thrive in his music career for all these years. Meanwhile, Janet Jackson had to live every day throughout all these years. She got blacklisted. It was hard for her to come back into mainstream. And Janet Jackson had already broken to mainstream. She has already broken records. We know Janet's catalog. We know Janet Jackson's hit songs. But the thing is, Janet, unfortunately, she had to be a hermit. She had to be a hermit. She had to reinvent herself, her brand, and come back gradually to put her music out, you know. Meanwhile, Justin Timberlake, you know, his career was soaring more and more as a solo artist, you know, and the music industry is rigged. When they treat certain artists, especially women in music, you know, women in music and women of color, is like, it's really sad. And sometimes it's like, you know, when you got people that don't have your back, when they don't support you when it's time to support you, and they, you know, leave you to the, you know, waistline, you are on your own. And then, like I said, you know, and my thing about it is that, you know, I feel like, you know, it was sad because for Janet, it was like, that was her friend, you know, they were cool. And see, for Justin Timberlake, I have to be honest, when it comes to the music industry and standards, his privilege, his white privilege, and no, I'm not putting him down if he's a white man, no. I'm just saying, him being a white man in the music industry, we've seen this happen before over and over. He's no different from like Elvis Presley, from Justin Bieber. I'm not putting those white men down. They make good music. But the issue with him, he should have used that privilege to help Janet Jackson, because Janet Jackson as a black woman, it's sad because it's like, you know, society still does treat black people differently, you know. And unfortunately, when it comes to like racism, prejudice, and biasness and all that stuff, it's like Janet had to really take all the backlash. And you know, I know that, and I know that caused her to have that deep depression, because she even talked about her mental health. But that was sad, because all Justin Timberlake could have did was say, you know what, it was a mistake, you know, we didn't intend, like, I didn't, you know, like, for her, you know, breast to get exposed like that. So, moving on to Britney Spears. Now, it's so funny because I love Britney Spears. I grew up listening to her music. She has made good music. She's legendary. She's iconic. And I have watched Janet Jackson's documentary, and I've watched Britney Spears' documentary a couple months ago. And it's amazing to see how these women, both these women, two different walks of life, how the huge impact they made in music and pop culture. And I think that with both of them, unfortunately, because of Justin Timberlake's ignorance, they both had to, you know, face the end of the short end of the stick. And it's unfair. But see, Justin Timberlake, you know, him and Britney were together at the time, and, you know, he mistreated her and stuff like that. But, you know, like I said, I feel like Justin Timberlake also, I kind of feel like he got full of himself. This is my personal opinion, because his attitude throughout the years, it was kind of like, okay, you know, you know, I'm not saying like, it's nothing wrong with confidence, there's nothing wrong with being who you are, it's nothing wrong with being the baddest, but he started feeling a little bit too, he started to feel too much of himself. He just, you know, and like I said, even the people around him too, they knew. But this is going to be a different story. But he finally apologized to both Janet Jackson and Britney Spears. You know, and like I said, I think, you know, he realized his ignorance. I feel like he finally realized it. You know, and I don't hate the man. He's talented. You know, he's been doing his thing in music. I don't hate him. So I don't want nobody coming on my video like, oh, give us this nothing too, is hate on Justin Timberlake. No. I support Janet Jackson and Britney Spears because they're women, and I'm a woman too, so I know how it is. And my thing is, and especially Janet Jackson too, just because I'm a black woman too. Because unfortunately with Janet's case, it was like, you know, it was years before she finally put out her, my gosh, I had the album, it released in 2015. The name of the album, I know it by the top of my mind. I remember, I know what it is, but this is why people have to be very aware of like the music industry sometimes, because it's a dark place, it's a lonely place. It's unfortunately some artists don't have the same protection, they don't have the same resources, they don't have the same promotion, marketing, whatever has as other artists, not to put no one down. But when it comes to like, you know, artists of color, their background, it does affect their careers. positive and negative and a mix in between. But I don't want no one's music career to, be detrimental, and I think that with Justin Timberlake, he has benefited from, Janet Jackson and Britney Spears, controversy of both of them. And I think that, now, like I said, since he apologized, do I think this came from a sincere place? I definitely believe so. We all human beings, we make mistakes. I'm not making him seem like he's such a evil person here. I mean, no, because like I said, I'm just saying, no excuse for what he has done. No excuse. He should have just stood up for both these women. He should have treated them better. He should have been like, all right, we'll handle it. Other people, I'll say this, that's a different story, because I'm a super fan, I'm going in. Them fools, I'm like, it's a different story, but yeah. So I feel like Justin Timberlake in this situation, he has owned up to his actions, and I think that his apology came from a sincere place, and I feel like, he realized that he screwed up. So with that being said, guys, let's have an open discussion, open to different people's opinions. This platform is safe, so let's have it. So I'm proud of Janet Jackson. We celebrate you, queen. There will never be another Janet Jackson, period. And Janet, I saw a video how she was so relieved, and she said, you know what, I was crying, and I said, yeah, Janet Jackson is a human being, guys. Janet, she is the blueprint for music. She really pushed through. She never gave up. She's from that generation of the Jacksons. She's from that lineage. She's from that bloodline of the Jacksons, their history, their legacy. And you know what? It's sad because, and even like I said, I'm talking about Michael too. I have to talk about Michael too, because I noticed that when it comes down to Janet and Michael, people have really tried to really tear him down. And I'm a Michael Jackson fan too, and I don't play when it comes to Michael at all, period. But I just noticed that, some people, they're threatened by your greatness, and like I said, they all say, just keep pushing. So never let no one dim your light, because you have something special, you have something unique, and that'll be that. So Britney Spears is another one. I'm proud and happy for Britney Spears. I know she's going through a lot of things right now with her estate, her personal life. So yeah, but still, out of respect for Britney Spears, she has did anything in music too. She's an icon and legend as well. Justin Timberlake, he's an icon, legend, and I have to give his props, credit where it's due. He has changed the game in music. He has made impact music, but I just feel like at the time he should have been like on it. He should have been like, alright, we'll handle it. So with that being said, guys, Janet Jackson fans, Britney Spears fans, and Justin Timberlake fans, share your thoughts and your opinions. As I always say, tune on next episode, get Since 92. Like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button. And as I always say, tune on next episode, get Since 92. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. Peace, providers, exit out. Like, share, comment, subscribe down below. The Super Saiyans out.